Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we are going to continue with the group readings, and this video is going to be specifically for IVE. We will look into 3 different questions, which the first one will be the current energy that the group is in, and then the second question will be divided into 2 parts. Part 1 being the group prediction of their career, and part 2 is the individual career predictions for the members. And then the third question will be any advice or healing messages that come through for them this year. And with all of that said, let's just jump into the first question, which is, what is IVE's current energy? We have the 3 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands reversed, and the 9 of Swords. So there's good things and bad things that appeared right off the bat. The first card that we have is a very positive card. It shows that right now the group is working together. It seems like everyone is having a very good, harmonious teamwork type of energy, because the 3 of Pentacles talks about people that are in a group project and everyone's working together. Everyone is pulling their own weight. Everyone is putting their expertise, or everyone's putting like whatever they're good at on the forefront, and everyone, even if everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses, everyone is working together in order for working together for a common goal, or in order to accomplish or complete something. So this is actually a very good card, especially for like a group, like a K-pop group, because Pentacles talks about career, finances, health, work. So, and that's kind of like what I'm focusing on. So this kind of just shows that as a group, they're all doing their part to make sure that everyone is achieving and accomplishing their goals. And in this case, it kind of shows that right now they're doing a very good job at understanding each other, getting the work done, completing projects together. Basically, the 3 of Pentacles is just saying that they're working well together, and that's what we want to see when we are talking about a group, right? However, the other thing that is kind of bad from the cards that came out, I'm thinking specifically of the 9 of Swords. Now, this 9 of Swords usually talks about someone that is waking up from a nightmare because of how stressed they are about something. And sword energy could talk about communication, intellect, or anything related to the mind. So this kind of shows that right now, even though the group is doing well together, many of them may be very stressed. Now, I think the reason why some of them are stressed is because they've been working a lot lately. We had award shows, we had the New Year shows, and then many of them are probably starting to work towards any more group activities for like comebacks and stuff, right? So I do feel that right now many of the members feel a bit stressed or feel a bit overwhelmed. The 9 of Swords could symbolize someone that is feeling a sense of stress and anxiety because of overthinking. So there is a chance that they're so busy, there's so many things that they have to do, so many things that they have to worry about because of how packed their schedule could be, or how packed the behind the scenes is as well, that many of them do feel a bit stressed or a bit overwhelmed with all the things that they're thinking about, all the things that have been planned, and all the things that they have to do. So that's kind of like the negative thing that I'm seeing here. However, if we combine the 3 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords, it kind of shows that as a group, they're working well together. Everyone is doing their part. So in that case, that the stress that they're feeling is not because they feel like the group work is not doing well, or like the dynamics are off. It's more along the lines of everyone has this mutual understanding that they just have so many things to do that it's normal if some of them feel a bit stressed, maybe a little bit out of it, or that they feel a little bit on edge. Everyone kind of just understands that they are going through a rough time. But I don't think their stress is necessarily getting in the way of their group dynamics as much as it's just the natural, I guess, consequence of being in the industry that they're in, being as busy as they are. Now, the other card that we have right here is the 2 of Wands, reversed. So, upright, this card usually talks about someone that feels very comfortable with where they're at right now, to the point that they have the confidence of looking towards expanding. They're thinking of what else they want to get. What actions do they need to take in order to reach the world that they visualize, or the lifestyle that they desire. So with this card in reverse, it kind of shows that many of them are so busy that they haven't really even thought about like New Year's goals, or they haven't really thought of their future and what they want to do like farther ahead in their lives. I think many of them are so focused in the present moment because they're so busy that they don't really have even time for themselves. So currently, I don't really know what IVE is doing that could make them be super super busy, but whatever it is, it's taking a lot of their time, a lot of their attention, and a lot of their energy. So it is something that is very, not time consuming, but it's something that is very important for their career, for their job. And their schedule is so packed that it kind of shows that they don't have time for their own self goals to even think about them, because they're so busy with everything else that they have to do. But despite that, it seems like they're still doing very well working as a team, which is a very good thing to have, as I mentioned, in a K-pop group. So now let's go to the second question, which is, what is in store for IVE's career this 2024? We have Void of Course Moon with Nothing Will Come of This Situation. Now I'm kind of curious what this is talking about, so let's take out one more card. Oh, so the cards that turned around were the Givius Moon with You're Very Close to Achieving Your Goal, and Blue Moon with Believe in the Impossible. For this 2024, it seems like the group is going to be planning towards something with this Void of Course Moon. It seems like there's something that they want to work on, or something that is planned for them, like maybe a project or an activity that will not go as they had planned or what they had thought it will. Like, whatever expectations they had, throw them out the window. It's not going to happen. Why? Well, based on the other two cards that came out, it seems like this year there will be something that the company's probably aiming for the group to work towards. Maybe a concept, maybe a sale of sorts. And whatever plan they have will not really go as they had expected it, because it's meant to be that way. And what I mean by that is that something unexpected is going to happen, or something that they were planning will not work out the way that they thought of because of a divine detour. So usually a divine detour is when by fate or by destiny something doesn't work out, but at the end it leads you towards something better. And it's kind of along the lines of life sometimes knows that there's a better path out there for us, and that's why sometimes what we're working towards doesn't work out, because life is making, or the universe is making space for something that we do deserve, and that is better for what we had initially asked for. So in this case for IVE, what this means is that there could be something that they're planning, or maybe a project that doesn't work out, and the vacancy, or like the emptiness that the absence of that project leaves, is to have enough room for something better to come in. And this can manifest in many ways, shapes, or forms. So it could be multiple events that lead into something better, as much as it could be just like one thing. Like they had scheduled one program and it gets canceled for whatever reason, and next thing you know, it's like, okay, this opportunity is offered to them, which is a lot better, and it will take them one step closer to their goal. So it's like, whew, good thing that other thing did not go through. Good thing that didn't work out, right? But initially, when it happens that something kind of goes off the rails or it doesn't work out, it could be a bit discouraging. So I do feel that when this card came out, I was initially like, oh, that feels kind of rough. It feels kind of tough. But then when you see the other two cards that came out, it's like, oh, okay, I see the silver lining. I see the ray of hope. I see what's going on here. So the other two cards that came out were the Givius Moon with You're Very Close to Achieving Your Goal, and Blue Moon with Believe in the Impossible. So when you combine these two things, it makes me think of those times when you are kind of telling like the heavens up there, like, why is it that nothing's working out? Am I not meant to achieve this goal? You know, should I give up on this? And then the universe kind of goes like, do not give up. You are very close to achieving your goals. You're very close to achieving your dreams. It's going to happen. It's just that you need to go through this challenges or these hurdles that are making room for that thing that you wish for, right? Or for the, like, it's kind of like a path is opening up for them this year, or an opportunity is coming into the group. But there has to be a bit of misfortune that has to happen. And this misfortune is not a punishment, it's not a way of balancing the good and the bad. It's more along the lines of like just making sure that they're not busy or they're not super laser focused on a certain path, because there's something, a new journey that is opening up for them that will lead them more towards whatever vision they had for themselves this year. And with a belief in the impossible, it's just kind of like the whole idea of like expect the unexpected. You know, the magic of life is when things just kind of, when all the pieces just kind of fit together. So this year, do expect IVE to all of a sudden get like a very good opportunity for them, that it feels like it came out of nowhere, but it's definitely super beneficial for them. Now let's check the individual career predictions. So I'll go in age order. So the first one is Eugene. So what's in store for Eugene's career this 2024? I just realized I said I was gonna go in age order, and then I started with Eugene. She's not the oldest one, but she's a leader. I guess she gets priority. So we have Liviation. This kind of shows that this year she's going to go through a period of finding this self-wholeness were the words that came up. But what I'm trying to get at is that she is coming into alignment with herself, meaning that she will go through this routine, or she will change something in her schedule, like when she like takes care of herself, or when she's preparing for the day. She will do a little bit of a routine, like maybe say like some encouraging words, or some sort of like chant, or a little prayer, or even just kind of think to herself something positive. But whatever those words is, like some words of affirmation for herself, something that gives her power, something that gives her strength. So it seems like this year, something that she will start to implement into her career will be practices, or I guess little activities that she can do to motivate herself to continue working, or to cleanse herself and come into alignment with who she is, what she wants, and how she's going to go about it. It's like bringing all of the methods that she can do something, and all of the thoughts that she has in mind, and her heart, and the situation that she's in. It's like bringing all of those things into alignment, so like that she can have the clarity necessary and the cleansing also necessary to be able to make wise decisions, to be able to speak her mind, but also being able to do it in a very eloquent way. There is a sense of like, this Liviation card makes me think that she's going to start doing something as small as it is, but it will build up to create this safe environment for herself, where she feels a lot more comfortable to be in, but also a lot happier to deal with her work, if that makes sense. Okay. Now let's go on to the next person, which is Galo. So what's in store for Galo's career? Okay, a chunk of cards came out. Okay, Galo's career predictions. So I'll take the first two cards that fell out. We have Okay, and we have Perseverance. I hope I said that right. I'm so happy. I was waiting for that card to come up. So I was editing yesterday's video, which was the NCT one. And when I was doing that one, I was like, damn, there are so many negative cards in this deck that I didn't even realize were there. So I was looking through them, and I was wondering, okay, which ones are like positive and which ones are negative? And I was thinking I should probably count them later, just to see like what are the odds that someone can get something negative from this deck. And as I was doing that, I saw this card, and I was like, see, that's a positive card. There's good cards in here. And I was wondering who will get that one, because I was like, whoever gets that one is going to probably represent someone that even though there's challenges in their life, they're definitely they're staying with a positive mindset and overcoming every single challenge that they encounter. So I'm so glad that she's getting these two cards, because this shows that for Gal's career this 2024, even if there's any challenge or difficulty that she encounters this year, she will not be discouraged at all. She will just push through, but in a very positive way. It's not like the pushing through of like resignation when you're like, ugh, if I don't do this, then what's gonna happen? No, she's doing this with a strong, like, she's still strong-willed, very determined, and super positive that things are going to turn out her way and that she will be able to accomplish her goals. So she's staying with a very positive mindset in such a way that it will definitely help her overcome all of this like hardships in a very easy way. And when I mean easy, I'm not saying that she's not going to struggle, as much as I'm just saying that she will not put resistance. And by not putting resistance, it will make it easier to overcome these challenges, because she will not see them as a punishment. She will not see them as setbacks. She will just see them as what has to be done to reach her goals. So this okay card and this perseverance just kind of shows that she will stay very positive this year, and she will stay so determined that she will be able to accomplish any goal that she has in mind. So in her career, you're just going to see her as someone that is just getting her work done, slowly but surely achieving her goals, or inching closer to achieving those goals. And I do feel that she's going to be pretty happy this year as well. There's also this sense of like the words racing against the clock kind of came into my mind. So that kind of tells me that even if she's very busy or she has a tight schedule, she will be able to always meet the deadlines or always get the work done in time, if not earlier. There is a sense of like she prepared. She has, how should I put it? I'm getting an image of like all of the things that she has done till this point in her life, all the knowledge and skills that she has gained at this point have or will definitely show through this year, and how much they will help her and aid her during the journey or during the path that she will experience this 2024. So it's like the whole idea of, there might be a lot of the times, like if there's an interview or something and they ask her, oh, how were you able to accomplish this, or how were you able to do that, she will always somehow mention that of like a past experience or a past thing that she did in her life that kind of just came back to her and helped her accomplish the things that she will do this year. It's kind of like, yeah, back in the day I was interested in this thing, and that knowledge was what helped me be able to get a better understanding of what I'm doing right now, or something along those lines. I feel like something from the past will be coming back, but it's going to be in a way that will kind of help her and guide her into doing better. Now let's check what's in store for Ray's career this 2024. Wait. So we have accident, but it was kind of reversed. So, well, we have danger, caution, and injury. So this 2024, it seems like for Ray, there is this word of caution for her to be very careful this year. I wonder if she's still not okay, because for some time she had to take a break. Was it an anxiety break of sorts? I think it was also some other health issues though. But I do feel that they could have gotten, like, her health issues could have gotten worse, or could have stemmed from stress and overworking. But that's just me. So anyways, with this accident card, it feels like this 2024, there's just this whole warning for her to not push herself too much, to be very careful of how she goes about her career, and how she's going to, like, how she, there is this sense that she just should be very careful with her health, take care of herself, and the sense of trying to not stress too much or bring unnecessary stress into her life. So trying to not overthink about something, but at the same time trying to implement a new routine, kind of like what Eugene is doing little things that will help her stay positive and help her deal with hardships and situations in such a way that she doesn't bring unnecessary stress into her life. So bringing some encouraging words, learning how to let go of things that are not meant for her. So let's say someone else gets angry or is projecting on her, having the ability to say, that's their own baggage, that's their own issues. I don't need to observe that energy. You can just kind of bounce back and be like, poof. Your projection, I will return that shit. It's not for me, right? So I do feel like there's this sense of like this 2024, she just needs to be very careful. I don't think she could get in like into an accident, as much as this card could just say that an unexpected event in her life could cause her some hardships and some difficulties. And I do feel that this could affect her health, but if it's unexpected, then technically there's not much that she can do. But at the same time, I do feel that there is this word of caution for her to still take care of herself and her health. And the best way that she can do that is at least to make sure that if she can already feel that her body is telling her how exhausted she is, that she can at least slow it down a little bit. Like maybe if they're dancing, slow down the intensity so that her body does not get overwhelmed. Or like if she can't afford to actually take a break, that's kind of what I mean. Is like take things slow. And also if her body pushes her to the point where she has to take a break, that she doesn't feel any sense of guilt or regret over that, and that she actually just becomes understanding to herself, and does not push herself beyond that and be like, okay, just because my body couldn't handle this does not mean that it will not get better. It's just like being understanding with her body, with herself, and not be too hard on herself, basically. Okay. So what's in store for Won Young's career this year? So, okay. So this 2024 for Won Young, we have third wheel and stress. I feel bad for her because it feels like this is something that she usually goes through. So this 2024, I think one of the things that are going to be quite a highlight for her career will be that she will always be put in these situations that bring her a lot of stress. It's like, when people want to just talk for talking, or they write articles that put artists in a tough position. I think this will happen to Won Young a lot this year. And what I mean by this is like, maybe they put her like in like a lot of rumors are gonna go out, or like, is she dating this person? Is she not dating this person? And that will bring her a lot of stress. Or like, we could take these cards quite literally. That's what I'm getting at. With the third wheel and the stress, it's like they're putting her like in this love triangles and this dating rumors of like, oh, is she dating this person? And literally all she did was like stand next to this person because they had a schedule together. Or like they're breathing in the same room, and people are like, oh, they're totally dating, I'm telling you. So a lot more of like the usual. But the other thing that I'm getting, if we want to interpret this a bit differently, the third wheel could show that there's like a third party, right? And third parties can sometimes be described, usually within our community in tarot, just external stressor of sorts, or like an external energy. What I mean by this is that there's different ways of how someone can be stressed. It could be because you're directly dealing with a situation that brings you stress, meaning that you are directly connected to the issue. The stress could be internal, so overthinking, maybe being hard on yourself, that could be like an internal stressor. But when you have a third party, your stress could be from a situation outside of yourself. So let's say your family is having some money issues or something, then that could be a third party situation. Like, you're not directly dealing with it because maybe you're financially doing okay, but your family is going through some issues, and then you feel worried for them, and that could be a stressor for you, even though you're not directly connected to the issue. So that could be a third party stress. Or another situation, for example, for Won Young, is like she's living her life, doing her thing, things with her group are fine. You know, she's doing okay in her career. Like, there's no issues with a company or anything. There's no issues with the schedule that she has. But then so many other people are saying so many things about her and speculating about all of these things and her every move, to the point that it's like everything everyone's saying behind her back could bring her some stress. So I think this 2024, all that is these cards are saying is that there will be a lot of rumors or a lot of talks about her that are going to be blaring, whatever that word is, obvious to everybody else. Like, a lot of people are talking about her, and it's kind of starting to get to her. So I think this 2024, she's going to start noticing a lot of the things that people are actually saying about her. You know, there's a difference between knowing that people talk about her and then knowing what they're saying about her. So I think this 2024, her career is going to be one where one of the, I don't know, I guess one of the most concerning, or one of the most, I don't want to say it's a highlight, because usually when you say the highlight of this year, you think of something positive, and this kind of isn't. So I don't know if that's, I guess the thing that will kind of stand out this 2024 for her career is that a lot of people would just be making up rumors or just talking about her for no reason, and not everything will be positive if it's bringing stress to her, right? I mean, even if it's positive stuff that people are saying about her, then those expectations could be quite stressful for her. But again, I do feel that this 2024 for Woonyoung is just going to be a lot more of the usual, which is a bit unfortunate because it's not necessarily positive. So let's check on the next person, which is Liz. So what's in store for Liz's career this 2024? Let's see. So we have stop with break, pause, or stagnation. So it seems like this 2024 is going to be quite difficult for her. I'm getting something quite positive as well, which is quite surprising. Because you see this card and you go like, there's nothing good coming out of this card, right? It seems like this year she's going to be pushed to the edge, to the point that she will have to set very strong boundaries. Which, at first, it could be quite challenging because I think a lot of people are pushing her buttons. A lot of people are getting on her nerves. I think this 2024 in her career, she will be either criticized or annoyed to the point where she will have to set a very strong boundary. And this is where the positive thing comes in, right? It's like, it's unfortunate that it had to reach this point, but I do feel that this 2024, she will finally put her foot down and be like, enough is enough. I'm tired of people saying these things about me. I'm tired of people doing these things to me or treating me this way. I will have to speak up. I will have to, either put a wall up or straight up, as I mentioned, set her boundaries very clear and be like, okay, don't talk to me this way, or don't treat me this way, or reach the point that it's like, you know what? Whatever these people are saying, I'm not going to allow these things to get to me. So this stop card is a bit unfortunate, as I mentioned, because she's going to be pushed to her limit. But the positive thing that comes from this card is the whole idea of like all this negativity and all of this overwhelming feelings that she will feel that before brought her a lot of stress, brought her a lot of anxiety. All of those things will definitely help her transform to get this sense of self-empowerment. And the self-empowerment that she's getting this 2024 for her career is the ability to tell people off. The ability to say, enough is enough. I'm tired of all the things these people are saying. So the best way I can get rid of that is by saying, stop. Like, leave me alone. Or, don't say those things to me. That kind of energy. So with this break, pause, and stagnation, I'm getting a couple of things. Either she will go on a break, and when she comes back, she's like a whole different person. Someone that can definitely stand up for herself. Or she will reach a point where her mind is going to reach this blank. And that period of silence will be all she kind of needs to transform. I don't know if this has happened to people, but I'm getting this image of her maybe just sitting down. Like, she's been so overwhelmed, pushed to the limit, to the point that there's just silence in her mind. Nothing goes through. And that silence eventually just transforms to, I don't have to deal with this shit. And boom, there's like a switch. So I do feel that this 2024, she will definitely have this period of like, enough is enough. That will definitely help her grow to set stronger boundaries with people. So I think this year she will stand up for herself, or definitely speak up about something that really bothers her. And that's like the beginning stages of a transformation, not only in her life, but also in her person. Like, she will transform in such a way that it will, I think these skills will definitely help her so she does not end up in this situation again. And the way that this is connected to her career is because I think a lot of the stressors that she had in her life were because of expectations put on her, or maybe the company or the staff or something along those lines that brought her so much stress. So those are the people that are kind of pushing her to that limit. I think that's how this is connected to her career. Now let's go on to the last person, which is Iso. So what's in store for her career this 2024? So what's in store for Iso's career this 2024? A card just flew out, which is Sweetheart. So I find it crazy because last time that I was recording, something similar happened where this card just flew out. Anyway, so we have Sweetheart with pure, unconditional love and beloved. So this 2024 is going to be a very positive year for her. She's going to... I'll say it. I don't know how that's connected to her career. She might get a younger sibling. Just because you can't see my face, but I'm making the face of like, huh? What? Well, that came up, so I'll say that. So she may end up having like a younger sibling this 2024. Congratulations. Now, when I mean younger sibling, I think it's quite literally like, have a younger sibling. But I wonder if this could also mean that maybe Starship is working on like another group, and that's what that could be. And whoever these people are people that she kind of knows, or maybe trained with, or maybe she has a friend or something there, and that's why it matters to her. I do not know. Or another thing that's coming up, and this is not related to the card at all now. At this point, it's just kind of channeling. A group will debut this 2024. Who knows from what company? I have no fucking clue. If it's not from Starship, it could be from another company. And a member from that group is going to be someone that she knows personally. And I think she's going to be very close to this person. And it will show through in her career because people are going to be like, oh, I swear they're friends. They're always taking pictures together. People talk about them. They do their TikTok challenge dance thingies together. So I think this will definitely bring a very good network, or very good talks for people to, when you have fandoms that kind of connect because their group members are friends. I think it will bring a very harmonious and beautiful energy in her career because of that. Now, the other thing that we have here, I do feel that this 2024, her career is going to just be filled with a lot of people that support her and care for her. And this will bring her a lot of happiness and security. And not only that, but also stability. And I think all of those things will make it so she can focus on her career. And even if there's anything that stresses her out, or maybe if she's very busy, she will not really feel it as something that is burdensome, because she will feel the love and support that she has with her. She has such a good network that will be there for her. So even if there's anything challenging that she encounters, she will have people that will aid her with either good advice or be good moral support of sorts. And I think that's something very positive for her. There might be something that she's starting this year in her career, either something new, a new concept, or she's showing a new side of herself that she will only be able to power through that because she knows that there's people that have her back. So this Sweetheart card could mean that this 2024, she is becoming a lot more aware, or a lot more conscious of all the love and support that she has, and that will give her the courage to do something new or something different, or will just give her the courage to continue with her career in a bit more of a confident way. Now, to end off this reading, let's go on to the last question, which is any advice for healing for IVE for this 2024? So the first card that kind of came out, the first card that came out is the full moon in Aries with a fiery climate approaches. This kind of shows that there's something good out there for them. There's something positive. There's something that is slowly brewing, but very quickly enter their life. So maybe there's something going on behind the scenes that maybe the universe is working on for them. Maybe there's something that's slowly building up that it will reach them very soon, and it's going to be quite interesting and very unexpected for them. I think it could be this divine detour and this opportunity that kind of presented itself in the previous question that we had. This full moon kind of just shows that it's like a bunch of energy that has been slowly accumulating and building up to this point. And with Aries, it's a very impulsive sign. It's still very positive though, and very genuine and sincere. It's super honest. So I do feel that whatever energy this is, or whatever this has been building up, is one that is genuinely meant to help them or bring them positivity or bring them something beneficial. And it will come out of nowhere. It's like whenever the time is perfect, boom, it happens. So I do feel that the advice is to expect the unexpected and be ready for the unexpected, right? So I'll take the card that was in the top, which is a full moon in Sagittarius with look at the bigger picture. So this Sagittarius card is basically saying this whole, you know what I talked about earlier with the second question, that something is not going to work out, but it's just to leave enough room for something better. This is what look at the bigger picture usually means. It's like, don't be super laser focused, or don't be so set on your ways that something has to happen the way that you planned it. Everything has to go according to every single detail that you had set for yourself. It's like when you look at the bigger picture, it's like understand that if something doesn't work out or something was not meant to be, it's for a reason. And sometimes you don't need to understand the why, but do know that there's other opportunities out there. So it's kind of like this idea of like, don't be so tunnel vision on your goal, and be able to kind of just enjoy the journey, but at the same time also understand that there's other ways that you can still achieve your goal, even if it's not the way that you thought you had planned originally. So this full moon in Sagittarius is kind of like, be adventurous, be open to new paths, be open to new opportunities. Is this whole idea of looking farther ahead in your life. So don't stay stuck in the past or in the present or in the future. It's like, use all of those things to be able to understand the journey or be able to see the bigger picture. Being able to see outside of what you know, but also being able to see outside of what you're doing. Something along those lines. But let's take one last card. So the last bit of advice for IVE this year. You know what? I was kind of expecting to get all fire signs because we have Aries, which is a fire sign, also Sagittarius, and the last fire sign in astrology is Leo. And what I mean that last is that there's only 3 fire signs in astrology. So the fact that it came up is quite important. So we have new moon in Leo with confidence is your key to success. So this year for IVE is all about taking action. It's all about just living life. It's kind of like the energy that Galo had, that is just kind of like, just move forward and see what happens, and just see hardships or troubles as just part of the journey, and just kind of continue going through them. Just live life, basically. With this fire energy that they have for their advice, is like, do not hesitate to take action, just do it. Follow your heart, be honest and genuine with yourself, and you will always be on the right path, right? It is like this whole idea of just trusting that whatever actions you take will just lead you down the right path. Even if you think you're doing something wrong, life will figure out a way to align yourself to the path that will lead you to what you're meant to be, right? It's this whole idea of destiny, right? Like, it doesn't matter what you do, you will end up where you have to end up. But with this Leo energy, confidence is your key to success. It feels like the best advice that they have for this year is to slowly start this new chapter in their life, because it's a new moon, so it's a new beginning, a new journey. To start having this new mentality where they are confident in their decisions, in their thoughts, in their goals, in their person. So they trust themselves, they trust their skills. And that type of mentality and that type of energy and vibe will definitely help them to accomplish anything in life. Because they will be, when you have that type of mentality or that type of energy, when someone is projecting their insecurities on you, you're so confident that you're able to be aware or identify that that's an insecurity of theirs and not your own. Because there's sometimes when someone is so stressed or they're so deep in going through it that they kind of start bringing you down with them. So when you have a lot of confidence, you're able to kind of set these boundaries and be like, okay, that's your issue. I can support you and help you, but I'm not going to do it at the cost of my own stability and my own safety or of my own peace of mind, right? So I do feel like this card right here is kind of showing that the best advice for them is to concentrate on themselves, be generous with the people that they can be generous with. And when I mean can, I mean it's like if they have the ability to provide for others their energy, their time, their heart, or anything along those lines, it's like, okay, go ahead, do it. But don't do it at the expense of yourself. So if they're very stressed, if they're very tired, and then someone asks them for help, just, being honest and be like, I don't have the headspace for it, or, I can try to listen to you, but I'm not really in the right energy to be able to help you. Being able to kind of speak up like that or being aware of that will definitely help them have an easier time this year. Because then they're not, like for example, we have Won Young and Liz right here that is like, by doing something like that, it will make it easier for them to not be stressed from like external influences or energies, right? So other people that are stressed on their own life or going through it themselves will not bring them down. And them in this case is all of IVE. I'm talking in general at this point. So yeah, I hope you guys like this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought this reading was very straightforward. A lot had to be said because this reading is a lot longer than I thought it would be. But I'm very happy with it. I'm very proud because I do feel that the energy was very clear pretty much the whole time. Even when there were cards that I was like, how will I interpret them? Like the Two of Wands and the Void of Course Moon. When they came up, I almost felt like this block. I almost got blocked. Like, what are these cards saying? But the energy kind of still flew through me very easily. And then there were other cards that I had not seen yet. Like, I've done a couple group readings at this point, you guys know. Or you guys can see. And there's still many more to go for this month. But there's some cards that have not popped up quite yet. Like, the Sweet card has popped up, but I haven't interpreted in a reading quite yet. The Perseverance, the Stop, the Stress, and the Third Wheel. Those cards haven't popped up at all. So when they came up, I was kind of like, I'm glad we're getting something new. I wonder how I will interpret them. So I was so happy that with IVE, the energy is flowing so clearly or so smoothly that the interpretations just kind of came very easily to me. And I don't know if that's me being in a good space right now or if it's just the energy that the group has themselves. I think it's the group. I'm going to continue recording, so I will know by then, but I guess I will let you know when I edit this if it was a group or if it was me. But regardless of that, I hope you guys like this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it, learned from it, or at least found it entertaining. Continue showing your love and support for IVE, and make sure you also show a lot of love and support for some of the members that are going to be kind of going through it this 2024. It seems like it's going to be kind of half of them, right? Like half of them are going to have quite a rough time this year. So make sure that you're there to support them and to love them, because those good vibes and those good energies are definitely healing for the soul. And it will definitely reach them. So do know that it helps. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one, whenever that is, however that is. Thank you for all the love and support you show me as well. And I'll see you on the next one. All the love and support from my heart to you. And bye.